All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Unboxing video number 30. 30.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's been so many of these. Oh my God, guys, thank you so much over the years for all this like really cool stuff you've sent our way. And the letters.
Yep.
Oh my God, we've got them all saved. This is just so special that you guys like really care so much to send us just these little, recommendations of like shows or stories or just stories of your own you're sharing with us. And then just, cool like fan memorabilia or whatever. But it's
pocket cards
so cool.
And everything. It's like Christmas every month.
And memes galore and
all that.
Yes.
Definitely the memes too.
Indeed. So if you want to send us stuff at any point, be sure to check out in the description below. Our P.O. box is there. Please do not send us consumable stuff. Right. It will be thrown away. So thank you so much for this. We always start off with the letters. So do you want to be the first reader or do you want to be the second reader?
I think you should be the first reader today.
Okay, for sure. So we got a couple handwritten letters sent in here, and we have one specific letter that is digital from Stinsfire. So got that one set. So let's do one of the handwritten ones first. One of these seems to have like some thick like packaging to it here. So how about I say that one for you?
Okay, cool.
And then I will do this one and then Stinsfire after we do that one. So can you give me a Gatsu's
the Dragon
Slayer.
Indeed. Too big to be called a metal letter opener.
Yes. Instead of clang clang, it's snick snick.
Scary sound.
All right, this one is from Megan. Someone who has sent in plenty of letters before.
Yeah.
But yes, she told me in advance that she was sending in some art. And
nice.
Oh my God, did she send in art? Oh my God, I can't wait to show you guys
That is wonderful.
This is so cool. So I'm going to make sure I get all the names properly here, but these are some of her favorite characters here. Check this out. Oh my gosh.
There are a lot I do not recognize.
So I think, let's see how many we can go through here. So we've got, I believe, Katara here.
Yep. The hair loopies. Mirio
here. Yep. We've got Aang here from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I believe this is Sakura.
Either Sakura or
from Naruto.
Ed. Either Sakura or Ed. I feel like.
Oh, that could be Ed.
The coat looks like it might be Ed.
Oh no, it's definitely Ed. It's definitely Ed because of the coat. You're right. Then we have Gon.
Of
Gon
course,
here.
yes.
We have Iggy here. We've got Killua here.
And then Shinso or is that Tendo?
I believe this is Shinso. It's definitely not Tendo.
Oh yeah, no, too much hair for Tendo.
Yeah. And I can't tell who this is.
I don't know.
Then we have Alphonse up here at the top.
Of course.
We have the stand user up here. Yes, we have
Gold Experience
and
then Dark Shadow.
Yes. And we have Tokoyami. Thank you. I almost called him Tsukuyomi, which is his hero name.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, those little things that you remember. But then, yeah, I guess we'll have to figure out who the nondescript character in the back here is. Long hair. Yeah,
wait, is that Shoko from Silent Voice? Maybe that's just me being like, it's probably Shoko.
Right.
It's probably a Silent Voice.
I
definitely.
See it. Yeah. This is definitely all characters probably from things that we've both seen, like both us and Megan. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you for the art. Thank you so much. This is wonderful. Really cool. I'm a big fan of your Mirio taking front and center. As very apropos as it should be. Yes. All right, so page 1. Dear Caleb and Jacob, as you can see, I've sent you more of my art. However, I won't reveal what it is until the end of this letter. Oh, wait. So it's got some summary of sorts, like some kind of specific overall message. In my previous letters, I have only given you my recommendations and have asked you a couple of questions. Though I will still be doing that in this letter, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself as well. Okay, yeah, for sure. Let me start by telling you about the types of anime I enjoy to watch. Unlike most people, I don't base my preferences on the genre, but rather on the storylines.
Okay.
There are 3 types of storylines that I enjoy and look for when searching for anime to watch. Number 1 is when the main character is weak, bullied, and is seen as nothing. Nevertheless, that same character proves everyone wrong by becoming stronger and surprises everyone by their determination and dedication. An example of this is Ippo from Hajime no Ippo.
Awesome.
Great example from that. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. The second storyline is very similar to the first one. The main character wants to be a hero or a protector, but they have to overcome many obstacles both physically and mentally. Additionally, they work hard and surprise everyone by their new skills and abilities. Oh, and did I mention I love it when these characters have awesome powers or armor and helmets and or super suits? An example of this is Deku from My Hero Academia. Jacob.
You have excellent taste.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And lastly, I love stories of when the popular boy or girl chooses to have a romantic relationship with the most unpopular boy or girl. Oh, maybe it is Shoko.
Yeah, I mean, all three of those seem to maybe fit the silent voice.
Yeah. These characters care more about what's on the inside and don't care about what others think. I don't know of any anime that I know that you've seen to give an example. The closest I can think of are Ryuji and Taiga from Toradora. Okay, you know what's interesting? Who is the unpopular one in that dynamic?
Well, it would be Ryuji.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But the thing that's interesting is that they're both actually popular for negative reasons.
Yes, right.
But if you were to choose who is the most popular versus who is the unpopular one, Ryuji has his face being scary, so people aren't really friends with him, except he does have some pretty close friends and actually quite a few people that like him.
Indeed.
So in some ways, Taiga, over the course of the series, becomes the one that, she needs Ryuji's help in order to be, working out, relationships and stuff.
Sure.
Hers is more based on her persona and her presence that she carries.
Well, one of the things that I love about Toradora is that it's kind of about that as a whole, not just for the main two characters, but because that's what they're all learning, all in their own unique ways from their own different perspectives and standings, Yeah, it's wonderful. If you haven't seen it.
It's a good romantic comedy. It's I would say it's also a good show to basically check out the first 3 minutes and just see if that's for you. Because if you like the first 3 minutes, the potential of what could happen in the first 3 minutes, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by what you get.
Also, the dub is fantastic.
The dub is also quite good. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's one of the few shows where I prefer the dub over the sub.
Okay, I know that I've said this in each of my previous letters, but I promise I have a reason to bring it up again, so please bear with me. As you know, Haikyuu is my #1 favorite anime. Indeed. Though I love all the characters, especially Nishinoya, Bokuto, and Hinata, yes, I can see a running theme in these three characters.
Yeah.
These are all squawking children of chaos.
And I get the feeling one of your other favorite characters is probably Kenma.
But he's the complete opposite of these three.
Right, exactly. But that's, it's the whole thing of the not as popular person, that's sort of quiet.
Sure.
Like that.
Sure. Okay, yeah. And all the action and the humor, and I have another reason this anime will forever be my #1 favorite. First off, you should know that I was homeschooled and started playing on a homeschool volleyball team at the age of 11. See, this is what's pretty cool about homeschooling, is that people are surprised often enough by the words, "You were on a homeschool volleyball team."
But that kind of stuff can happen.
Well, what I love even more about it is that when society gets turned up on end, suddenly everyone's a homeschooler. So who was and everyone has their chip on their shoulder about the American education system. But for those of you outside the country, our education system has a lot of holes in it.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, oh, homeschoolers. And now today, when I'm an adult, way beyond my, education years of practical education.
Right.
Everyone's constantly learning. But everyone's all like, oh, now homeschooling is actually makes a lot more sense. I'm like, I guess so. But you were on a homeschool volleyball team. That's awesome. And that was at the age of 11. Okay, since we were a homeschool team, our teams varied on whether we would have a middle school, junior varsity, and or a varsity team. Gotcha. So because you didn't have as many official teams that you could play with, basically, you kind of varied based on skill levels or even ages that you would play against. Volleyball is my favorite sport, and I was blessed to play for 5 years. Wow, so 11 to 16. That's some formative years right there.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to recall some moments of my 3rd year playing for you. Okay, I was 13, and it was my last year playing on the middle school team. Also, we had a non-conference varsity team that year, so even middle school players could be on the team.
Okay.
So my 3rd year was crazy. I mean, really crazy. I was a setter and the co-captain on the middle school team, and I had the opportunity to play as the libero on the varsity team. Wow. Okay. Dang, so you were double timing it and playing very different positions in that regard. Wow. I like how you say that you were the setter and co-captain on the middle school team, and like the thing of like you had to fill a lot of shoes basically in that regard. But then you say you had the opportunity to play as the libero, basically being like
high pressure position,
and also no one else has any crossover with your job, very similarly to the setter, except that the libero is also the one player that's constantly getting swapped off the court because of the position being a defensive one primarily. So that's really cool. I don't know if you know this, but middle school teams play 2 out of 3 sets to 25. Varsity plays 3 out of 5 sets. Yes, that was one of the things that we more understood over the course of time, in that the higher intensity of the game itself. I didn't know this was a varsity versus non-varsity thing, that there would be 2 out of 3 sets versus 3 out of 5. You know, take the Shiratorizawa game for instance there. Varsity plays 3 out of 5 sets. So there were days that I would play 8 sets in a row each time we had games. Oh, I love it. That's awesome.
That is insane.
Nevertheless, being a libero was so much fun, and it made me feel like I was special when I would dive on the ground and make an awesome save. I guess that's why Nishinoya is my favorite character in Haikyuu. Yeah, he has to be not only extremely competent, but every time he dives like that, he's risking busting his chin open just to, protect the team and keep the ball up in the air.
Well, see, that's why, because he's not very sure if he'll be able to do that all the time, that's why he blocks with his foot sometimes, just to save the moneymaker.
I hope I explained everything well, but if I'm honest, I'm terrible at expressing myself and saying what I'm thinking in a way that everyone can understand. I totally understand that, yeah. It's also different based on whether you're speaking versus writing.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes what I say or write comes across as childish, and I tend to ramble a lot. I apologize. No worries, Megan. Well, I guess I'll give you my recommendations now. I will add the Japanese names of the show right after their English names. First off is Chivalry of the Failed Knight, Rakudai Kishi no Kyaba Rurui?
I've heard of that.
No, this anime doesn't have knight armor suits, unfortunately, even though knight is in the name of the show. With magic, sword fights, great characters, heart-tugging backgrounds, and hint of romance, this anime is definitely worth giving a try.
Cool.
Okay. Second is Goblin Slayer, Goborin Sureya. And this one actually has a lot of different types of armor. I don't want to give too much away, so I'll just tell you that it's a fantasy and has an Attack on Titan vibe. It has gore and unsettling moments. Nevertheless, the main character is amazing and his companions are incredible. Okay, sweet. Yeah, what I've heard more about Goblin Slayer is, despite the intense things that we all kind of heard about in the beginning of the show, it's actually way more D&D than most other typical Japanese fantasy shows.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Like it's the roaming party,
Right.
And that whole dynamic of let's go take a rest around a campfire and just, that whole thing. Yeah.
I've heard people say that you can actually figure out exactly what class levels the main character has. It's like this many levels of ranger and a little bit of barbarian fighter or something.
That's awesome. Next is Fruits Basket, Furusu Basketo. Okay, I know this anime sounds super boring, not very interesting. No,
we're very
interested in watching it. However, this is a wholesome, heartwarming anime about a girl who's in a predicament, which causes her to end up staying with the most popular boy in her school and his cousin. While staying with them, she comes to realize that there was more to these men's background and that they have a secret which she is told to keep to herself. What kind of secret do they have? The only way you can find out is by watching the show. Nice. I appreciate how vague you kept the plot elements here, because this is a show that I know nothing really about, except a couple more behind the scenes things regarding who made it, who was involved with some of the voices and stuff. So I'm extra interested in seeing it now. Thank you. For my last recommendation, I want to recommend something with music. So I picked Stop at This Sound, Kono Oto Tomare, Sounds of Life. Oh, cool. I watched this in the Japanese dubbed. It's about a club who plays an instrument called and this is the word you wanted me to make sure I changed the thing up, called a koto. Gotcha. Okay. The majority of the club are terrible at playing the koto, including a stoic boy whose grandfather has made and played the koto. All hope seems lost until a skilled koto player joins the club and begins to teach them begrudgingly. Okay. The group works hard to work together and be in sync, but it proves to be a difficult task. I love this anime, especially when the group performs. It is so beautiful and relaxing to listen to.
Cool.
I really would like to see more kind of those relaxing style anime. And music is one that's tricky to have on reactions in general.
Yes.
But if they're more original songs and stuff, maybe it'd be okay.
I have never heard of that one before.
I've never heard of it either.
That's interesting, because usually when people recommend stuff, it's like, oh yeah, I've heard of that before, but that's new to me.
My questions today have nothing to do with anime. Also, keep in mind, these questions are just so I can get to know you. If you were a superhero, what kind of superpowers and superhero name would you have? I think I would like invisibility and ice powers. I'm not sure about the superhero name, though. Okay. I'd say specifically with regards to powers, I've always had the desire to be something around enhanced movement. I don't really care about enhanced physical like durability, like in that respect. So movement correlates to something that would enhance either speed, dexterity, coordination, and or just the ability to manipulate my body's movement in contradiction of physics.
Okay.
So I don't know what that would be. I would almost like in some ways to have like some kind of superhero like team of designers design the power itself and be like, I want these 4 characteristics, come up with a way that I can make that work with some kind of drawback or something.
Okay, cool.
What would you have?
Well, mine is not as superhero compatible, but I still think you could use it for that. And it's to basically have perfect awareness and knowledge of myself. So whether that's talking about like my own emotional and whatever, like proclivities and weaknesses and strengths and things like that, or the physical state of my body, what I can and can't do, ways that I could be improving my body and things like that, so that way if I'm in like a fight, I know if I can dodge something or if I can't dodge something. I know, like how fast I am.
So how far outside your body does this extend? Does this awareness extend?
Just to my body.
Okay, so then you wouldn't know whether you were going to dodge something. You were going to be successful at dodging something. Because that would be a cool drawback, is basically that you would have the inverse of a stand. You would have basically a projected version of yourself that would be giving you information constantly.
Right.
And it's helpful information because it's basically keeping you apprised of your state. Right. And then as long as you were in that state, if anything, it would then be a question of, would you then study yourself more? Or would you no longer study yourself because you have all of that awareness covered and you begin studying your environment a lot more?
Right. That's sort of the idea behind it.
That's pretty interesting. I don't know what I would do for a name.
Me neither.
Yeah. I think if anything, having it be something along the lines of sliding. I think that one of the if I was a writer and I was trying to design the cool moment for the power to be utilized in some ways, it would be somewhere along the lines of zipping along some kind of vertical based structure, some kind of Z-axis, and then not going straight up or down, but kind of zipping around at diagonals and stuff, and just completely defying gravity for brief moments just for the purpose of getting around movement. So it would be a really cool like parkour kind of power. Okay, what was your favorite Disney movie growing up? Mine was Fox and the Hound.
Ugh.
Okay, so growing up is a very vague term. So I'm going to take 2 periods of time, Jacob.
Okay, sure.
Before 13 and after 13.
All right.
So what would be yours before 13? I'm pretty sure I know what mine was.
Emperor's New Groove.
You watched Emperor's New Groove? Oh, right. You were born in 95.
Yeah.
Right. So you were like 9
before 13. Before 13 for me, it was very different than before 13 for you.
Right, yeah. But that's actually a good question. Do you remember when Emperor's New Groove came out? I want to say it was early 2000s.
I believe it was 2000 or 2001.
Okay, so then I think you would have seen it by around 8 or 9.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
We definitely didn't see it in theaters. It was one of those movies where we ended up hearing about it from people that were already great fans of it and had quoted it for days and stuff. I want to say then for me, weirdly enough, I don't know if I had a strictly favorite Disney movie at the time other than Lion King. I will say that the Peter Pan movie struck some chord of boyish adventure within me.
Being able to fly and all that.
Being able to fly. And I would say, if anything, like when I started playing Frisbee, the idea of being a flying frisbee player, because I think those two things started happening around the same time. Like I liked throwing the frisbee around the time I watched Peter Pan for the first time.
Okay.
And it was the idea of having this small little thing that I could use and manipulate in a really cool way while jumping around and stuff. That was really cool. But after 13, so the tricky thing for this is I have 2.
Okay.
And my main one, I would say primarily that like growing up again. So this is not the, this is under the age of, like 18 or something like that.
Sure.
I would say it's very definitely Fox and the Hound. But if I had to like go a little bit beyond that, because I don't remember if Tangled was out at this time, it was very much Tangled.
Yep, same. Like that was hands down. That was just my favorite movie for a long time. Like I love Tangled. It's so good.
Yeah, Tangled is a really ambitious film that I feel like gets the praise it deserves, but it could definitely use more, because I feel like people constantly cycle in general opinion of whether or not Mother Gothel was either the best villain or one of the most like kind of ham-fisted villains. But I think she's one of the better villains by far.
Same.
I think that the fact that there's a duo main character setup is extremely ambitious and one that legitimately works. And I also think this is one of the better romances in Disney.
Oh yeah.
Compared to almost any other romance in Disney, because most of the Disney romances, when you look at it as an adult, are rather cringy and kind of creepy. Yep. So this one I felt was natural, and I also liked almost all of the characters. Oh yeah. And they also did the animal sidekick thing like near perfectly. Yep. And then there's all the Disney stuff, the animation, the music, the presentation, just all of it.
The animal sidekicks were fantastic.
Yep.
The dual main characters had their own separate stories and journeys that they were going on, and why the romance really worked in my mind is because they were going on their own respective journeys together, and then as they went on their journeys, it only was natural for them to get close to each other.
Right.
And then Mother Gothel, like when was the last time, like that was such a new thing for Disney to go there as far as that kind of villain, and it worked so well.
Yeah, like, definitely.
It really felt like a return to form and an improvement on the old form in a lot of ways.
Right.
Of like, old classic Disney.
For sure. I gotta say, the reason why Fox and the Hound is up there on my list at all is because it's a movie that is not as great of a Disney movie in that regard, but it has a couple themes that are just not something a kid will understand.
Yeah.
And it is a movie that hits harder depending on what age you are when you watch it. And because there's a lot of things in it that are, I would say, cartoonishly like awkward, like I would say like I see it's your favorite here. I'm saying that for me personally, I don't rewatch the whole movie unless I'm with other people. Gotcha. But I rewatch specific scenes just to like tear my heart out again. It's a fantastically emotionally like banger of a movie.
Yep.
All right, how about your favorite favorite cartoon growing up? Okay, favorite cartoon growing up was probably Tom and Jerry was really special for me as well, just in how like silly it was. I'm trying to remember actually like what was the one that kind of had a story more actually to it. Do you remember like...
I don't know. Like, weirdly enough, I didn't actually watch very many cartoons growing up.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I want to say that one of my favorite cartoons growing up in a weird way was one that kind of stirred my imagination, and that was the Magic School Bus.
Oh,
really weird.
Sure,
I'm just going to say, I don't think it's really my favorite, but this is the one that just kind of comes to mind in that it made me really appreciate and enjoy just the idea of the world being wondrous, and there's so many cool things about it. And I also loved dinosaurs as a kid. So when I was like really young, anytime the Magic School Bus thing had them do dinosaurs, which I think was a whole episode, like I went absolutely nuts for it. It was great.
Also Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh was great.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh was great as a kid for sure. Which Mandalorian episode is your favorite in the first season? Mine was the last one because it had everything that makes Star Wars so good.
I would say probably the third one.
Third one, yep. I was going to say the same thing too.
the last one was really good.
Yeah, but
I think the third one.
Yeah. For obvious reasons.
Yeah. What more needs to be said?
Yeah. What is your favorite sport? Well, you know what mine is, so what's yours? Ultimate Frisbee.
I'm not as into sports. Like,
Yeah.
Don't really have one, probably.
Like I said, volleyball is my favorite, but I enjoy watching American football. Sweet. Okay, after reading this long letter, you're anxious to see what I drew. Before looking... Let me tell you a little about it first. I'm not a great artist. Oops. And some of the characters might not look proportional. This has been the toughest thing I've ever tackled or challenged myself. I couldn't help myself, especially when you've given me confidence after you complimented my art. So I've taken 12 different anime characters that you love and I love and drew them. In advance, I apologize for the couple spots where there are minor smears and a couple of stains. I hope you like it. Oh no, thank you. It was really good.
So I guess that probably was Shoko.
Now I'm just curious in terms of who was, I'm guessing it was Shoko, but yeah. Sincerely, Megan. P.S. Sorry about the areas where I messed up while writing this letter. Oh, no worries. I've written this letter several times now because of those mistakes, so I got lazy and just sent this final attempt. Oh, no, thank you.
Don't worry
about mistakes. It's okay. Thank you so much for sending this letter. This was wonderful. P.S.S. R.I.P.
Spoiler.
Yes, that's right. Spoiler for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yes. Part 3 and 5. Yeah. R.I.P. to Iggy, Polnareff, and Narancia. They will be missed.
Yep.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for this letter, Megan.
Thank you.
Really,
thank you,
really
Megan.
Wonderful, and appreciate the art too. That was wonderful.
All right. Now let's see what this thick letter is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Using an actual knife because it was taped shut.
You should go the other way.
Oh yeah, that would make much more sense, wouldn't it?
Top there, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Okay, that's open enough to be able to use.
The Dragon Slayer. Nice and clean.
Yep. Such a satisfying sound.
Indeed.
Okay, what do we got here? Open after reading note, okay?
Okay.
Note, sorry you two, the presents turned into a tiny do-it-yourself. I had to disassemble them to make the post think there is only paper in the envelope. But I'm sure you two are smart enough to fix it. Oh, well,
wait.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
And then there's another note under the other note. I put a tiny extra gift inside to make up for it. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, whoever this is from. Thank you.
Oh, gotcha. Don't open yet. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and don't open yet.
Okay, I will hold on to those.
Okay. Let's see here.
We got little pieces here. Cool.
All right. So
I love the messages. Don't open yet.
Yep.
Read note first.
All right.
Nice paper.
Yeah, very nice paper. Dear Semblance of Sanity, it's me again, Annie.
Hello.
This letter probably won't reach you in June because I wrote it really late. But as long as it manages to reach you in July, I'm more than happy. I was really happy that you liked the drawings I sent you in my last letter, Caleb. I'm still in the mindset where sharing my art makes me really nervous because I always feel it's not good enough for anyone to like it. I totally get that. But I'm trying to become more confident, and sharing my art with you really helps. Glad it can help. It always makes me feel warm and happy when others like my drawings. Talking about my drawings, I put 2 new little presents for you in the letter. One for each of you. You can open it now. So the 2 little ones.
Gotcha. 2 little ones. Okay, so there's that for you, and there's one for me.
It's so nicely wrapped.
Yeah.
There's just something about like tiny little things that are wrapped up that I absolutely love.
Ooh, what? Oh, it's a little mermaid.
All right.
I'm trying to make it so that it can stay in focus, but let me see if putting it up here, the camera will
nice.
Focus. Nope, guess not. But wow, that's awesome.
Amabi, a Japanese yokai. Looking at pictures of her is supposed to heal / prevent sickness.
Artist Any Flowers.
Awesome.
Very
Thank
cool.
You. And then there was something else in here that I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's like a keychain thing or something to hang it up.
It is.
Cool.
Yeah, it's basically the metal piece that would connect to the top so that you can hang it on something.
Right. Okay.
Gotcha. And then you slide it through this bit here. Yeah.
Okay. I will definitely not have trouble figuring that out. Okay. Did you open it? Great. These keychains, I hope that's the right word, are lucky charms are made for you. The Little Mermaid yokai is called Amabi. According to her folktale, seeing a picture or a drawing of her heals illness and keeps people healthy. In her folktale, she appeared as a glowing light in the ocean near a village that was plagued by a terrible illness. When the mayor went to investigate the light, she showed and introduced herself, telling him that his village would have a fantastic harvest. When he asked her how they could harvest anything if everyone was sick, she allowed him to draw a picture of her and show it to everyone. A few days later, the whole village was cured. I personally really like this story. I think in our current health situation, we could all use a little Amabi guardian angel to keep us healthy. But enough about that. Let's talk anime. As I'm writing this to you, I just finished Demon Slayer, so I decided to get up to date with my hero and Haikyuu.
Yes. Nice.
Since watching the MHA episode with Gentle Criminals Past, I had this one thought stuck in my head. Am I the only one that thinks that Aizawa would be an absolutely terrifying villain? Yes, he would be.
Yep, there's probably already a bunch of stories out there with that kind of character being the villain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Gentle pretty much showed what can happen when someone introverted with a hero... Wait, hold on. Oh, when someone interferes with a hero doing his job, and Overhaul showed the potential panic that could come from people losing their quirks permanently. But now just imagine if Aizawa were a villain, someone who acts hidden in the shadows. Most people wouldn't know about him, but they would know about the tons of possibly deadly accidents where heroes just all of a sudden wouldn't be able to use their quirks when they needed them most. Yeah, you think you're like super resilient.
Sight.
Well,
he
sure.
Just looks at you.
Yeah, like imagine a hero goes to jump in the way of like a villain's attack, to save somebody, and then nope, they're pasted. Like
nothing works. And the thing is, Aizawa would just be walking in the crowd.
Yep, no one would know that he did it.
No one would know.
No one would know at all.
That's horrifying. Yeah.
In the middle of fights or rescue missions, just all of a sudden powerless, and no one would know why. Yep. With all the rumors that would start spreading and heroes falling dead like flies because they couldn't defend themselves in fights, that for sure would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I'm rambling again. Sorry about that. No worries. I don't really have anyone else to talk to about stuff like this, so I kind of have to torture you two with my rambling. I have been there and done that. No. Talking about rambling, I have a very important question I wanted to mainly ask you, Jacob. I picked up writing stories again after sort of giving up on it a few years ago. It's not that my writing is particularly bad, but I also don't know if it's anything worth reading, and I never got a long story finished because I would get stuck all the time and lose my motivation. I know what that feels like. But I really want to finish two of my favorite stories because I think they would make at least half-decent books. There is just one problem. I'm terrible at giving chapters a decent length. They barely reach a page count of 3.
Oh.
Well, that's
interesting. Yeah.
That can be just fine because then maybe you can just add more description and things. My head is filled with all of these plot points and situations I want to get to, and whenever I try to take it slow and actually get a decent word count, I get afraid that the reader will lose interest or that I'm padding too much. I get that. Do you maybe have some advice for me? The better and more engaging you can make the description of things, the easier it will be. Because, like, dialogue, for instance, the word count is pretty small, right? But if you're talking about, like, describing scenery or something, and you can figure out a way to, like, describe it when, like, there's something terrible has just happened, and now, the whole city's on fire, right? Something along those lines where there's action happening, but it's not necessarily like fast moving action where you want to just get through it. Then that can be a way to have it still be engaging, but that's something that I struggle with too.
Would the equivalent be basically if this is a first-person perspective story, kind of just tracking the eyes of the main character and describing as they move their gaze around?
Mm-hmm. That can definitely help. And that can also be a way to help characterize whoever is the person doing the looking, especially if it's like a first-person, perspective, because different people notice different things. Different people have different thoughts about different things, right? Someone might look at somebody and be like, that person has a really punchable face if they're sort of like the gruff, type character. But, someone else might not think that.
Cool.
Even if it's just a tiny one, I'm happy about everything that might help me to get a less miserable page count for my chapters. Well, hey, too long chapters is also a problem. So, at least you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I probably come off as really desperate. Not at all. But I would be lying if I would claim to not be desperate. I mean, hey, take help wherever you can get it. This letter is already so much longer than the ones I wrote you before, I should probably bring it to an end. So, to end this letter, here is my little anime recommendation for this letter. Jibaku Shonen Hanako-kun, or Toilet-Bound Hanako-kun, in English. Is this like someone who's just constantly drunk to the point of puking or something like that, or... I thought it fit the theme of my letter pretty well, and I love the stained glass window-like art style. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that sounds cool.
Here's a short, spoiler-free plot description. Have you heard of the 7 school wonders? The most popular one is Hanako from the toilet. If you knock at the 3rd door in the girl's bathroom, she will appear and grant you a wish. But careful, every wish has its price. The show draws a lot of inspiration from Japanese folktales. It was kind of funny to play yokai bingo while watching it.
Oh my god, wait. So toilet bound is more the idea that it's a spirit that's bound to a bathroom, or specifically a certain toilet stall. That's hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all for now. See you in my next letter. Best wishes, Annie.
Thank you, Annie Flowers. Awesome.
P.S. Happy late and very late birthday, you two.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so we have the little mini remaining package here.
Indeed.
This might be just the remaining pieces to make it like a chain or something.
That might be it.
Yeah, can you get me the knife?
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. Because this one wasn't told to be open at any specific way. Open after reading. Note, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. It's something else. And there's another note in here.
There are so many components to this letter.
I know, this is awesome. It's an Oikawa sticker.
Hey,
oh, sweet.
Nice.
Oikawa is best trash boy.
Definitely.
Although he might be getting some competition in the recent Noragami reactions.
That's true.
I bought them in a set on my at a convention early this year. I only wanted the Kenma, Suga, and Hinata sticker, though, since I don't really like Oikawa. Oh. But I thought you two might like it. How dare you defame the trashiest boy in Haikyuu?
My disappointment is
I will be sending Iwa-chan your way to correct your failures.
Yeah.
Sorry that there's only one you have to share, I guess. Oh my god. Wait, this is way better than I thought it could be.
That is incredible.
Is this Oikawa after some dress up with Iwa?
Oh, definitely.
Oh my god. Not only does he have big poofy cheeks and stuff. He's in a maid's outfit.
Yep. I love it. I absolutely love it. And with the color scheme of Abajisai.
Yes, exactly. The light blue and white.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is special. Thank you so much, Annie Flowers. Wow.
Yes, thank you.
Very, very funny. All right. Boy. Next letter is from Stinsfire. In Stinsfire, we got your digital thing here all ready to go. It says, to Caleb and Jacob, Stinsfire here. It's been a while since I wrote or sent you guys something, and a lot has happened. That is true. That's true. A lot has happened. You finished both seasons of Kaguya and JoJo's Part 5, and now have to wait for more with the rest of us.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a sad thing, but why do you have a big smiley face here, Stinsfire? Jeez.
They enjoy our suffering.
Meanwhile, I can't wait for more Comey streams from Jacob, and eventually Caleb as well. Yes, join us. Yes, there's currently a thing going on where once Jacob has played on stream either Witcher 3, Nier Automata, or Tales of Berseria, and finished his stream of that, then I will start Comey manga read-throughs on Twitch. Yeah. But yeah, that's true. Eventually. The thought is that by that point there will be plenty more Comey to go around. Yes.
See, Caleb made that agreement and then he didn't realize, oh wait, no, that motivates Jacob to wait to play those games so that more volumes will be out.
But eventually you'll get to maybe a volume where you're like, I want to talk about this with Caleb, and then you'll be like, I know I have to.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. But you also, it means I won't do it until you do that, which,
this is a thing.
Perhaps you can do them together once you're both caught up. That could be cool. By now, you may be wondering what I sent you, and hopefully it arrived on time. It's a box from Rye Stuff, which should be pretty recognizable by its design. I believe so. Yes, I believe that it did arrive here. I'm just making sure. There's that one. There's that one. Just making sure. We got one from Bezos-kun. Yes, it did arrive. It did arrive. It'll be one of the last things that we open, though. All right. The first series in there is Girls und Panzer plus all the OVAs and the movie. Der Film. So as you can imagine, it's about girls driving tanks, but the execution, especially for the tank battles, as well as the dialogue and banter between characters, makes this show so good.
Okay.
The battles occur in the form of tournaments, with each team representing a different nation from World War II with hilarious stereotypes. Oh my god. Wow. This is either going to be my favorite cringe show ever, like my favorite guilty pleasure, or it's just going to be something I really like. Like there's no in-between here.
There is no in-between and there are no other options.
Yes, exactly. Because the fact that it's joking about, pretty serious stuff from history. Things that I'll know a decent bit about. Not a lot, but a decent enough bit where I'll be able to get some of the jokes.
And tanks.
Well, tanks is more of a thing I think you would like, because you know what? True. You know what tanks have an alternate word for it?
I know.
It's armor. Yeah. It's basically like mechanized, armored, vehicles.
I am very much aware of this.
Yes. Okay, the other series is Setokai Yakuindomo. One of my favorite comedies with both seasons and a movie in one package. Wait, so you sent us all this?
2 shows?
Oh my god! The show starts with our main guy, Suda, getting into an all-girls school that recently became co-ed. That's a perfect premise. That's an amazing premise right there. From here on out, it's rapid-fire, skit-based comedy with lots of dirty jokes, miscommunication, and Suda being the best straight man character I have ever seen.
Wow.
I'm genuinely, really excited to watch this now, because I can see the immediate type of cast you would have in a show like this. I can already see the tropes being, set up. Like, this one, this one, this one. Yeah. Okay. Since Girls in Panzer is only one core and pretty niche, I could see it in a Tuesday slot. Wink, wink. And while I would love to see you guys react to Setokai, this show gets striked a lot. So feel free to try it out on your own first.
Gotcha.
Good to know.
That's very good to know.
Hope you enjoy them and keep up the good work. From Stinsfire. P.S. I put some out-of-context lines from Setokai on the second page. Enjoy.
Oh my.
Oh. Wait. The second page.
But that was the letter. Okay.
Maybe
it's in the box. Or no, because that would have been No, that would have been sent from Right Stuff. So
Stinsfire, if anything,
you can definitely send those to us.
Yes, send those to us, and we will get them on our way. All right. So actually, let's just open that now, since we know what it is now. This is Stinsfire's package from Right Stuff or Right Stuff. I don't know.
I think it would be Right Stuff. Yeah.
What? Yeah. It says on the box too, so we can find out from there.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wow.
Dun, dun,
2 shows. That's insane.
Wow. Some very nicely wrapped in compact packaging with just a bunch of Blu-rays. These are all Blu-rays too, which is something else to think about. Just that, wow, they're going to be all pristine and clean.
There's the comedy.
So we have Setokai Yakuindomo. Yeah.
And 4 Blu-rays for Girls in Panzer. So, okay.
This is the tagline, Jacob. When a school has 524 girls and only 28 guys, things can get a little rough on the male members. Oh my gosh.
That sounds amazing.
This is gonna be something fun. Oh my god. So it's 26 episodes, so it's a 2-course show.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay, so
awesome.
This is Girls und Panzer, the complete series. And then there's
oh my god, this is totally just like cute girls doing,
and
like
then,
not necessarily cute, but unintentionally cute things.
And then Girls und Panzer, der Film.
Der Film.
Okay.
Okay. It literally says DER film.
All right.
There.
So I love the character design of the central character here. OVAs. Like,
okay.
Look at that design. Look at that smug grin on the face.
That is like, Taiga meets Tanya.
Or Taiga meets Tanya with like a dash of Rin. Like,
oh, right, Rin.
Yeah.
Sorry, my cringe face came on immediately because I'm just not a fan of Rin Tosaka.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, especially once we go out of Fate Zero stuff.
And then we've got the complete OVA series here. So this is a separate OVA.
Gotcha.
And then that's an OVA series.
So this is 6 OVA episodes.
And this is another 6 or
this is this might be something
like
of
a special separate.
This might be like the original concepts thing that they shipped to like try and get investors and stuff.
Top of the back, description thing. War and pizza.
Oh my god.
Okay. I like
a piece of spaghetti or a military unit, George S. Patton famously said, can only be led from the front end. Okay. All right. I definitely can see where your style of comedy has its connecting themes and the tissues that bind it. But
I am
thank
really
you
excited.
So much, Stinsfire.
Thank you.
This is
so
really generous. Holy crap. Blu-rays of
that's a lot of
multiple
Blu-rays.
anime and OVAs for the shows.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, dude. Wow, that's legit.
All right.
Okay. Next one here is a small package from Order Fulfillment.
Oh.
It's shipped to Caleb from Run with the Wind when. Oh my god, you mad lad.
Wow.
Bless you and your precious heart. Every time someone mentions Run with the Wind, I feel gravity's pull less, and I just start to float in happiness. You guys don't understand how much I want to watch that show. Oh, okay. Okay, it looks like a mug.
And it looks like a nice mug. That is amazing.
This is beautiful, although I feel like Jacob and I have to share this because Jacob and I will both have reasons to use this.
Yeah,
for
because
multiple things, because we both have that,
DM
years of my players.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's great. Although
this is precious.
Although you can definitely
on both sides too.
You can definitely keep that one though, because
you already have something.
I have a flask that says I drink and I know things.
So that's not necessarily a
D&D
reference.
Yeah, that's very true.
It has D6, D8s, D100, D12s, or that's a D10 for if you use 2 for D100, and then D12s, D4s, and a D20.
Wow.
And it has a nice little dragon symbol that's very reminiscent of, I would say, a similar Targaryen type, thing there. But it's actually, I would say, more.
Maybe just reference to the fact that it is Dungeons and Dragons.
Right, exactly. Now the tricky part, I'm going to have to heat up the sticker so it doesn't leave residue on the bottom. But I tear it off. But this is awesome. Thank you so much.
That is a fantastic mug.
Oh man. I am assuming it's for both of us because I'm guessing that to Caleb from Run with the Wind, when is more of just the meme of since I can put it whatever I want here, I might as well just
that very well may be the case. That is a wonderful meme. If we end up getting more memes like that in all of the addresses for the packages, that I would not complain.
I would not complain either. Run with the Wind is a show that it just gets me excited because the idea of people doing track, just running in general, and having that be the focus of a sports anime with good characters and writing and all that, just sounds wonderful. Oh, these look good. Wait.
Okay.
Are these the light novels for Tanya?
Okay, so I'm very curious about this. So I think it's light novel and manga because, so
So this is number 1 of the manga.
Right, and then this is the first volume. And then this is number 1 of the light novel. I gotta say, and we mentioned this back in our reactions for Tanya, because they show the art in the ED. But I love the art style that they use for the light novels and the covers and things for Tanya. It is amazing.
It's really good.
Just look at that. Look at that. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, that's so freaking good. Oh. And like,
all right.
It looks really good.
This is a good light novel too. Like, a lot of light novels are kind of like, bare bones as far as the actual like printing quality and things like that. But this is good stuff.
Oh, interesting. The way it starts in the manga is very different from how it starts in the anime.
Oh, really?
Instead of it being a time Zawardo stopping above the train tracks, he actually gets transported to the realm of God and actually sees Being X.
Oh, wow. Oh.
And look, like, you get to see him. Like, he's a Zeus type.
Yeah, that... All right. Okay.
Whoa. Oh, dang.
I'm kind of glad that wasn't done... Well, no, I'm not sure.
It depends,
I'm not sure.
Right?
It's a different style, from
that means there will be a unique
anime.
Experience that we get from reading this comparatively.
Yes, that is very true.
Anime in a lot of ways.
And we...
Who is this from?
I don't know.
Check out the package and see.
I think it's back over there.
Okay.
It's probably just another fulfillment service type thing.
Bezos-kun.
Yeah, Bezos-kun.
Thank you, Bezos. And
Thank
shout
you,
out,
Bezos-kun.
sound off in the
Also,
comments if you're the one that sent us the Amazon package.
Yes.
From
yes,
the
thank
Saga
you.
of Tanya the Evil stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, clothes. I sense cloth in here.
Ooh. Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Get a nice little tear here, satisfying moment of...
Yep. Rip that perforation wide open.
I think it's a space dandy thing.
Oh, really?
I saw dandy somewhere.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yes, it is. Wait, I'm gonna read this first, see if there's anything in it. This is a sticker, bumper sticker of sorts. The vinegar scent is part of the pre-wash print odor of the high quality. Yep, for sure. That washes away. Yeah. Semblance of Sanity. Space dandy shirts. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Here is yours. Here is mine. Dun 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 dun. Yes. Going with the flow is where it's at, and that's the dandy way to live. Oh, baby. Look at this.
All right, well.
As is the promise. Send in fan shirts, we gotta. All right. That's the dandy way to live.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's
my.
right.
And this is from...
I love it. It's awesome.
An independent artist. So it's sold for some fan artist or something. There's no attached letter or anything like that.
Well, again, shout out in the comments who we have to thank for these wonderful t-shirts.
Yes.
Oh,
it looks so
awesome.
Cool.
Like,
I love also the minimalist style of there not being a bunch of extra colors on here.
Oh, yeah.
Also, this isn't pasted on like a lot of, cheaper stuff is.
Yep.
Like, this is really, really nice. And I am loving where we're at in Space Dandy right now. There's a lot of fun stuff showing that the dandy way to live can have dramatic, unintended consequences.
Indeed.
That are just galaxy shaping. Just, wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. But we should all live the dandy way.
That's right. Well,
going with the flow.
I mean, within reasonable limits. We don't actually live in the dandyverse, so
that is true.
Sadly,
we don't know that though. There could be a parallel universe out there.
Okay, all right. When I see a boobies, then I will accept. I will know that we're in the dandyverse because it's not the dandyverse without a boobies.
It's already a thing in Japan.
You know what?
You know what? Watch. I'll bet you anything. It already is.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
Like, it totally would be, wouldn't it? Like, they'd be like,
and not like an equivalent, but like actually like just boobies.
Right.
You know, yeah.
Right. And it's something where they're like, oh, yeah, that Dandy show they did that. Well, we had the idea first, you know? Like,
right, no, it actually based it off of
that might be a little less plausible, but I could definitely see it being a thing where it's like an unintentional, like, you know, colliding of the multiverses. Demanded a boobies be here.
Yeah.
Because Dandy, you know, came here at some point and was like, this place would be better with the boobies. And some random person walking the street was like, boobies.
Brilliant. A restaurant.
I see it.
Yes.
But y'all, thank you so much for sending in all this stuff. This is really heartwarming and wholesome. And we really appreciate getting the letters from y'all as well. So even if you're not sending us like any like specific like, you know, thing or, you know, what have you, your handwritten letters are wonderful and we love to read them. So check out our P.O. box in the description. Remember, no consumables. Right. But yeah, you guys are awesome. Take care. Stay safe. And we'll see you in the next unboxing.
Yep.
We do these once a month.
Right.
Around the 15th. We weren't able to do this one on time because of scheduling complications.
Exactly.
But yeah, next one will be on September 15th. And yeah, take care.
I'll see you later.
See you then. Until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.